Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. A short note before we begin. As you know, once something is on the internet, it never goes away, as there are always tools and ways to recover things. This video starts with an Am I the A-hole post, and it turns into a saga. I recovered, deleted and removed posts and comments, and structured it in a way that we can follow the story chronologically with all the relevant information. I hope you enjoy it. Now let's get started. This post is from the subreddit Am I the A-hole, and it's by user Josh8449. Am I the a-hole, I, 38 male, for telling my fiancé, female 27, her wedding dress choice is way too extravagant and suggesting alternatives? We are getting married in 6 months. The venue is booked and the wedding is pretty much sorted. Emma has been researching dresses and has a little scrapbook of lots of dresses she likes for ideas, but is now looking to buy. All that's left to get is the bridesmaid dress and her wedding dress. We jointly put aside $10,000 each for the wedding. Everything is paid, and we have $6,000 left over, which I think could go towards the honeymoon on top of the honeymoon fund we already have. We aren't the extravagant type at all. Then comes time for Emma to pick her dress. I know everything is more expensive when it has the term wedding attached to it. What I wasn't expecting was a $950 dress plus a $120 veil. I'm using my dad's old tux he used for his wedding to my mom, just had it taken in a little. Emma can't use her mom's dress, like her and her mom both say, the style hasn't aged well, which is fair. I had a quick Google around at dresses online, and there were so many just like the one Emma wants for like $50 to $100. I'm not trying to get her to cheap out on her dress, but she will literally wear it once. One dress for over $1,000 is just insane. That would fund our honeymoon. I tried to show her some dresses I found on a recommended app called Wish, and others on websites, but she was having none of it. She is very slender, but apparently wants it especially fitted. It turned nasty, unfortunately, because I said I refused to drop such a large amount of money on a dress, and she argued that she is using her own money for the dress. This isn't strictly true, as we are about to marry and our finances will be joined. Then her mom had to get involved. They offered to pay for the dress, but it's not a case of not being able to afford it. It's a dress. There are identical ones online at a fraction of the cost. I thought she would be ecstatic to learn there are identical dresses for a fraction of the cost, but she was really angry and upset. Am I the a-hole here? Is there something I am seriously missing? Because after we argued about the dress, Emma has been extremely cold towards me. Then, yesterday, she said if I want her to cheap out on her wedding dress on her wedding day, that she needs to really consider if we are a good match for marriage. I'm blown away that she would say that over a dress. I told her she's like a toddler throwing a tantrum over a sparkly toy she can't have. That was a mistake, as she left to stay with her parents, who called to tell me I am much more than an a-hole. Am I the a-hole here? So, in my personal opinion, I think yes, OP is the a-hole if he's trying to get his future wife to buy a dress for $50 to $100, and he says he's not trying to get her to cheap out. That is exactly what he's doing. Anyways, I'm sure you guys are more interested in what the saga continues to be than my commentary. So let's move on with the community comments, where this whole thing kicks off. Melee30 says, you are the a-hole. You say you don't want her to cheap out, but then you say you want her to buy a $50 to $100 wedding dress? That's cheap. That's cheap even for a regular dress. Those cheap dresses you're finding online will look terrible in a person, and are the source of so many disappointed women and jokes. Wedding dresses and their tailoring are expensive. $1,000 is actually a low-priced dress. Regardless of dress type, though, your reaction to her, calling her names and deciding you have veto power is the real problem. You should be solving this issue together. If you can't, maybe it's not time to get married yet. Coco's Knees says, you are the a-hole. You are suggesting she get married in a $50 to $100 dress, and then when her parents offered to pay for her dress, it's not even about the money for you. You literally want to control what she wears, an adult woman. Dry Expression says, she cannot get a similar dress for $100. Why would you think that? You are so wrong. It is stupid and arrogant to think you can base what a dress is like from a picture. Those dresses you found online are often very cheaply made. $1,000 is standard for a dress, and getting it fitted is the norm. She is reacting this way not because of the dress, but because you are being arrogant and stubborn about something you clearly don't know crap about. She's thinking to herself, is he going to disrespect my opinion and act like this about decisions in the future? I feel for the girl. Must have been super annoying to talk to you about this. You are the a-hole. So those are just part of the top comments from 1,300 comments that OP got calling him an a-hole. Some were kind of supporting him though, not many. So now let's move on to a curation of the responses OP gave in defense to these comments. Emma has been keeping up with this thread because she told me not to take it down. She wanted to read the replies, and now she's blocked me on Messenger and my calls go to voicemail. So thanks a lot everyone. Could have left it at "you're the a-hole, legitimately out for blood." Mob mentality if I ever saw it. The gowns I found on Wish looked very professionally made and very similar to the ones she's picked. I would never tell her what to wear. She can wear what she wants. It is the absurd price that I am against. I mentioned the second-hand wedding dress store, and she said no without even going to take a look. When you buy something offline, do you base your purchase off of the picture? Like on Amazon or any other site, why would Wish be the exception? I think of it like eBay and Amazon. There will always be bad reviews because 99.9% of purchases probably go perfectly well, and no one makes a YouTube video about their perfectly ordinary purchase. Do you think sound-minded, mature adults run to their parents and block your calls? Not in my experience. It's childish. I don't care if she sees this. I'm already blocked and she's already read 100 comments saying I'm an abusive a-hole over a damn dress. She hasn't called anything off. She is just hiding out at her parents, ignoring me because she's mad, and I totally understand that. I do get why she's mad. I watched some YouTube videos of Wish wedding dresses, and yes, Wish are trash. I get it. I was wrong about that site. Emma has blocked me and her phone is ringing through to voicemail. I called her parents' house and the line is off the hook. So if you see this, Emma, call me, please. I won't shout. I won't get mad. I just want to end this crap. Get whatever dress you want. I see that I was wrong. I'm sorry. So on that last paragraph, you can tell that OP kind of understood why he effed up, but he still thinks it's about a dress, and it's way more than that. Anyways, it's now time to go take a look at Emma's perspective because she also made a post. This post is from the subreddit Relationships, and it's by user ThrowawayWedding22. Me, 23 female, with my fiancé, 43 male, of 1.5 years. He has humiliated me just a few months before our wedding over my dress, and I don't know what to do. I will change the name despite his inability to do the same. I don't really care if he sees this, but he isn't subbed to Relationships. I literally don't know where to start. My fiancé, we'll call Greg. I don't know what came over him. It was completely insane. We are getting married in summer. The argument started over my wedding dress. I picked a very simple and traditional gown that was already discounted as it is an X-sample gown. My absolute idiot of a fiancé decided to post to a subreddit asking for opinions, or more likely validation, on whether I was being unreasonable. My dress is under $1,000 but will come to around $1,500 with alterations. We have over $7,000 left in our budget. And that's another thing that seriously upset me, that he lied in his post multiple times. I make a much higher salary than him, so we agreed he would put $5,000 towards the wedding and I put in the rest. But why lie? Why ask for opinions if you've skewed the details? I had absolutely no problem with this, as he makes just above the minimum wage. The thread got way too much attention. I had already gone to my parents because I was angry about him calling me immature and shouting about me being spoiled. I also happened to find the thread shortly after he made it because not only did he use my real name, his throwaway was his real name followed by his alarm pin. He sent me a text saying that he wasn't the a-hole in this situation, and I just knew he would post it on Reddit. It's not the first time he's posted on Reddit about stuff, but nothing of this magnitude. Anyway, I don't know what to do. He got utterly hammered last night and called my parents. My dad had to hang up on him because he was screaming down the phone, and my mom was disgusted. I can't get the money back on the venue or anything. I recently started antidepressants because I've been feeling low, but now I just feel empty. This whole thing was about the cost of my dress, and he suggested I use the Wish app to get an identical gown. First, he refused to listen to me that Wish is garbage, but he also argued it to death in the comments. I read every single comment in that thread, and it was like being punched in the gut. I can't get over the odd lies either. He gave out my real name and his, but lied about the age gap and budget. I am 23 and he is 43. Admittedly, he looks much younger, and for the first few weeks dating, I thought he was in his early 30s. We also have only been together a year, not 2 years, I think he said. And I'm starting to think this was all too fast. I need help, I need advice. I know I'm quite possibly pot calling the kettle by posting to Reddit, but I post here a lot usually anyway, and all the fake accounts claiming to be me might throw him off anyway. How do I handle this calmly? So now you know Emma's perspective. And of course the community in full Reddit mode went and told her, to just call off the wedding, this is over, that guy sucks, blah blah blah. You know the drill. Some of them also had questions, and Emma responded to them, and I curated those responses, so let's move on with that. It was an old sample gown, that's why it was going to cost a little to adjust. I was obsessed with sweetheart neckline, and for a while, I really wanted a full-on ball gown, but I wanted the freedom of movement of something more floaty. Now, it's just depressing seeing that dress, sorry. And here's a picture of the dress that OP shared, and also pictures of her engagement ring along with her username. My post was deleted by the mods, and it was probably for the best. I know for a fact he is still drunk because he was sent home from work with a warning. I'm really tired. I love Reddit, and this has really turned things sour for me. I know there's been a lot of support, and people have been very kind to me. But the comments calling me crazy and the screenshots he sent me of the people who've defended him in his PMs because they didn't want to get downvoted were vile. I've had my grammar picked on, I've even had people wondering if it's a troll account and had people creating accounts pretending to be me. It's exhausting, and he's caused all of this and just goes and drink. I might be younger than him, but he's being childish as hell. He gave up PMing my main account and has now found my alternative account due to my own idiocy of deciding to take part in this mess. Thank you to everyone who has been kind, and please ignore anything he posts in the next 24 hours. He is drunk. So, everything we've read up to now happened in the span of 24 to 36 hours. Then, 3 days after his original post, OP wrote another post which he deleted because it got downvoted to oblivion. However, I was able to recover it, so let's move on with that. This post is from the subreddit Relationships, and it's by user Deleted, although we all know it was Josh. I, 40s male, messed up big time, and my fiancé, 20s female, had called off our wedding 5 months before it was to go ahead, and I don't know how to fix things. I made a really stupid mistake. I'm going to keep things extremely vague because I don't want a repeat of last time. Me and my fiancée, Linda, had a small disagreement over the price of her wedding dress, and instead of just talking it out, I posted about it to Reddit. Things got way out of hand. Her friends saw the post and it got way too much attention. Things were still salvageable, it seemed, until the newspapers picked up on it and then started covering the story and harassing Linda for interviews and asking if she had dumped me. She has gone to stay with her parents for the foreseeable future and has cancelled the venue and the flowers and just about everything. I want to make things right, but she has blocked me and turned off her phone. The papers are still running with the story, but I really need this to work. I need to make things right. All of this over a dress. Any help or advice would go a long way right now. I only found out about this sub because she mentioned it, and I'm sorry if the post is rambling or long. I'm in a bad headspace right now. So that was OP's attempt to try to make things right. Now I'm just gonna read 2 comments. One giving him genuine advice regarding this whole situation, and another one that actually allows for Emma to give a reply. I'm sorry, did I say Emma? I think it's Linda. Doesn't matter. Jenna Squarepants says, OMG this guy. First off, I feel like you are making this post as some kind of romantic gesture to try to persuade Linda into getting back with you, which just shows how immature and manipulative you are. She should be dating someone her own age, and you should be dating someone yours. Neither of you sound like you are ready for marriage, so I would take this as a sign to save yourself the hassle of divorce and lawyers. The only reason you are wanting the newspaper articles to be removed is because it's showing how awful you treated her. I'm sorry, but I don't think that trying to mend this relationship will be good for either of you. You should make a very heartfelt apology to Linda and her parents for all of this. Maybe seek a counselor to talk about some things you are trying to work through and eventually get yourself back out there once you've corrected some of your behaviors. I wish you luck. Home Soda Artisanal says, in no way I'm saying you even have a chance after you showed your ass as bad as you did. But if you want any chance at all, even the slightest, write her an apology so she doesn't have to talk to you. Then let her know you're going to get individual therapy and understand why you're emotionally abusive. That's the only way I see even a 5% chance of rectifying this. And OP responded, I already tried this. I put it through her parents' mailbox. Then in the morning, it was in my mailbox, shredded through the shredder. Then somebody tagged Emma or Linda on this comment and she replied, oh wow, Reddit notifies you when you're mentioned? I didn't know about the letter. I bet my dad shredded it while I was at work. I say this from the bottom of my heart and with utter sincerity and most genuine urgency. Please F off, Josh. And OP Josh responded, you didn't get my letter? It was important. Please answer my calls or even messages. Emma or Linda never did, and she didn't respond to any other comments or anything else. Anyways, we're reaching the end of the saga, and it comes in the form of a post that OP made 5 months after his original post that kicked off this whole thing. This post is from the subreddit Dating Advice, and it's from user Josh8449. Struggling to get back into the dating scene since my fiancé left me unexpectedly. A few months back, I was going to be married, and long story short, we're called off. She wanted to end things, I didn't. And I feel like I've lost all of my trust in women. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I was dating someone called Isabel up until last week. She's really amazing and kind. But the second she heard about my ex and the fiasco that surrounded it, she ghosted me. And it's become a pattern. At some point, no matter how close we're getting, they hear about it from a friend or it comes up somehow, and they bail. I just want to know how to behave or what I can do to make things work. My last girlfriend, Casey, when she broke up with me, she said the issue was that I hadn't changed from who I was when my fiancé left me. But I have. I hardly drink at all now. My job is steady and I'm a good guy. But I think the issue is that I'm suffering from the small town syndrome. Everyone knows everyone here, back Asward's little town it is. My life was about to move towards a phase, and now I'm stuck in limbo. I need a girl to fill that place so I can move forward with my life. It's always impossible to steer the conversation away from it if they bring it up or find out. Because she left me because we argued over the wedding budget, specifically the dress. And for some reason, this just seems to infuriate people. I've had a lot of hate. Please, please give me advice on putting this behind me. I am honestly desperate. And of course, the community called him out from the other posts, from his ex-fiancé posts, regarding the lies and all that stuff, the dress, blah, blah, blah. And he went back saying, hey, everybody's creepy for checking out my post history, but eventually he just gave up and disappeared. Regardless, it seems like he never understood what really was the problem, and now he's blaming women because they don't want to be with him. In any case, I hope he was truly able to understand what went wrong here. That it wasn't just about the dress and it was all his doing. Own it, work through it, and move on. If not, well, it is what it is. And it's that time that we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I really did enjoy reading them to you. So if you did, then don't be shy and go ahead and give the video a like. And don't forget to subscribe or even share this video with people that you might think will enjoy my storytelling. Also, if you have the time, go down to the video description and check out all the links I have for you, from our Discord community to my channel merch. And finally, I'd like to say thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me that you enjoy my videos. And having said all that, I'll see you guys in the next video.